G'day there, Adrian here for Wollongong TV. Today I'm joined with Marty Haynes from i98FM. Welcome to the show.
Thanks again, Adrian. It's always good to catch up with you.
It's great to have you back. We're talking about Convoy Illawarra 2014. It's a massive year and one with a great significance this year, yeah?
Yeah, it is. We're celebrating our 10th year here in the Illawarra, and for the success over the past 9 years is incredible. 4.3 million. Who'd ever imagine that a town of nearly, suppose, 300,000 people would be able to raise that sort of money, and to do it here, it's just built year after year after year, and I think this year's the way the energy's been around the town about people starting to really focus on that third Sunday in November on the 16th when we roll out the convoy. I'm excited this year. I'm pretty pumped.
Fantastic. What's great about Wollongong, and particularly last year, I remember it being such a wet and miserable day, but out they came in droves, and it was a record year.
Yeah, it was. We raised an extra 200,000 that day, and to raise, that was nearly 1.2 million, and to the previous year in 2012. But I noticed it started to rain at about 6 in the morning, and I had a guy come up to me and he said, "Marty, you may as well get it out of the way today, the next year when we're celebrating 10 years. And I thought, yeah, you're right. And then when we were driving I had the chance to drive a big Kenworth, and driving that straight onto Appin Road, my wife and I had my 2 kids with me, and she said, "Hey, they're all out there, wind the windows down. If they're going to get wet, we'll get wet as well." So
great. It
was a great day. And I think for one day that's raining, to what these kids are going through and their families, it's insignificant really to what we experienced that day. But it was good, and those that rode motorbikes and got absolutely drenched, to those that sat in the back of a ute or sat on a little chair and watched, it was fantastic. It was different.
What a great thing. Look, and I guess let's put this in perspective, because 1.2 million is a lot of money, but it helps a lot of families, right? I mean, can you just sort of share with us how does it all work, or where the money goes?
Yeah, for sure. Camp Quality is a non-funded. It's not. We don't get any money from the government. So in the Illawarra, there's about 210 kids that have got cancer that we know of. With Camp Quality, Camp Quality can't approach families that have got kids with cancer. The families have to approach and knock on the door of Camp Quality at Albion Park Rail here in the Illawarra, and so they've estimated to look after a child per year is about $5,000 per child, so that does add up.
Wow.
So also with the raising of 1.2 million, we can open the programs up now that we're able to take their siblings away, because in any case of a child with cancer, the focus goes on the actual child. So with what we're doing with Camp Quality is that can open up. They take their brothers and sisters away, because they suffer as well, because the attention doesn't go to them, it goes to the sick child. So with what we're raising here can help there, and we've seen some great stuff over the past couple of years. We've done a bit of research over the past 2 years about opening the group up and accepting kids whose parents have cancer, and there are a lot that will boost it to about 1,000 in our region. Probably 1,000 too many, but we hear it all the time, and you probably do with your business too, Adrian, that we hear of a mum who's 37 who has 3 kids, and she's got breast cancer. So what we've decided to do is think, hey, the money that we're raising here in the Illawarra, we can take those 3 kids away on a camp, and while we're on a camp and take mum and dad away, we can go into the house and fix things in the house, or pay for a medical bill, or pay for an electricity bill, or whatever we have to do to help and make their life a little bit easier. So we've got to try and raise as much money, because we're not government funded. That's where the money goes, and Convoy does cost a lot of money to put on. It's not cheap. That's great where we've got big sponsors that come in and give us money to pay for certain things, but you've got to pay for toilets, you've got to pay for risk assessments, all of those things. It's blown out. We've got so much to do, and we cover those costs, but we need to raise the money for those kids. That's what it's all about. And I think people that go and do fundraisers or trivia nights, or to get into the lead pack of the trucks, but we've also seen it now with the bikes, where quite a few said, why don't we do a lead bike? And we trialled that last year, and that was a huge success, with 10,000 for the lead bike, which was Fastway Couriers and Insight Landscapes. Riviera Pools did that. So this year who knows where. Even a mum
Yeah.
whose son has had cancer. He's in remission at the moment, and they nearly lost this boy. And he's about 11. But he said to his mum, she's got a bike license, and young Blaine said to mum, "Oh, can we get on that lead bike?" So she herself is out there fundraising to get towards that lead bike group.
Wow.
And you think, hold on, we're here trying to help you, but she's Camp Quality have been absolutely sensational with her and her family over the past couple of years. That the young kids, her young boys had cancer, that she wants to give a little bit back, and that's where she's fundraising, and that's just fantastic.
It's incredible. And also, anyone who knows anyone who's had cancer or has someone that's related to them who's had cancer, there's such a ripple effect. It affects everyone in the family, not just the person themselves. And I think what's great about the Illawarra and particularly Wollongong is just how much they get behind this. It's such a powerful thing on the day to see the convoy, to see everyone on the side of the road, and then everyone running down to Albion Park and really having a great time, which is just amazing.
Well, we saw last year with the guy that led the Starsick family from Coastal Windows. They don't even own a truck. Well, they own little trucks that carry windows around our region. But he said to me about 12 months prior to last year's event that I would like to go for lead truck, and if I can raise 20 grand, I said, if you can raise 20,000, that's fantastic. Then I saw him, he said, I've got about 50,000. I went, wow. This bloke has a truck. And then he saw me not long before the actual live auction we do on i98, and then all of a sudden he's got 114,000, and more money came in within the next few hours of him getting the winning bid to lead last year's convoy, and he came up with 120 grand. And here's a little business in the Illawarra, and I think we need spikes. In any business you need a bit of a spike. He was our spike last year, but he was also affected because he had a cousin whose daughter, Tamara, who's absolutely beautiful girl, she lost her life at 15 a few years ago. So there was a meaning, and that ripple effect affected he and his family, and I think it affects everyone. And there's not one person I would know that's watching this today that would think, no, I do know someone who's got cancer.
Absolutely.
And it's like a common cold these days. A lot of people seem to be getting it, and with a day like Convoy, I just think it adds a little bit of hope into the region and a bit of positivity, and that's why I think why everyone loves doing it.
Fantastic. Okay, so 2014, the 10th year, it's a massive year. What can everyone expect? We've got some surprises in store.
Well, I hope so. I think we'll see a couple of surprises. I think the lead bike pack will go for a fair bit, more than the 10,000 it did last year, because people have taken 12 months to actually start to get money, get sponsors, however they do their fundraising. But we're still, we look at the likes of the raffle, those that have come on board. It's such a big raffle where you've got it's a Narellan Pool first prize, it's a KTM motorbike, it's enhanced fuel, that list just goes on. Cool Blue, all these people have been with us since virtually day dot, are still with us 10 years later, and this is, I think, what is so good about this. This year we're still trying to find an artist. It's hard trying to get a big name artist, but fingers crossed we might be able to get Guy Sebastian again. We are working very hard. The guys at i98 are bending over backwards to try and get someone of fame to help us out on the day. A lot of people, the Madden brothers were really keen to do it, but they're not in the country. They're flying out prior to that after their concerts. But I think this year it's going to add a bit of a spark. 10 years, and we're seeing it filtering through. Wagga are doing their convoy in October, on the 18th of October. That's when their convoy is. Townsville, same. And what we're doing here is helping the little regional towns do exactly the same sort of format as how we run ours here, and then hopefully that'll filter. We've got Geelong coming on board next year, Adelaide, and I think Darwin. So hopefully we can filter the convoy right across the nation for kids with cancer.
That'd be incredible.
Oh, I hope so, mate. It's exciting to see everyone get behind it, and as you said before, we live in a great community, and they've supported it since day dot when we wanted to raise 20 grand and we raised 50, and to last year to just under 1.2 million. It's
amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah, I feel very proud.
All right. So let's get everyone involved in this. How can they contribute and get involved in the convoy this year?
Well, there's a couple of ways. If you jump onto the i98FM website, that's always a really good way to find information with what we're doing with the convoy. Another great thing, if you're a business but you don't have a bike or a truck, the People's Truck
Yep.
has been a great initiative from McMahon's Transport. That is on Facebook under the People's Truck. That's a great. Last year they raised 102,000. The first year they raised 43 3 years ago. And so you get your name on the truck. It's $20 to put your name, like a family name. I always put my family, my son Jackson Taylor, my daughter, and my wife Kylie Ann. So, you know, there's $80. And then you put a business name on there for $300. Or, you know, there's some other businesses wanting to get bigger signage for a bit more money. Or they, instead of doing $300, they might give $500. So there's an extra $200. So that is a great, or go and sponsor a truck. Like if you know someone who's got a truck, you know, go and give them $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all tax deductible. This is a great thing. It's a tax. It's a donation and it's tax deductible. So that's
and we can buy a convoy shirt.
You can buy convoy shirts for $15. Now, if you need, we've got hoodies as well, which we had made up. Now, one guy who's from Nowra who has 2 trucks, he's deciding whether he rides his motorbike this year or he drives his truck. He came up with the idea of those big mud flaps on the back of the semi-trailers and the trucks.
Yep.
He said, why don't we do a convoy one?
Great idea.
So just all these people are always coming up with different ideas. You can buy flags, you can buy all sorts of stuff. Now 60 Cooner Street, Albion Park Rail is Camp Quality office. They're open 9 to 5 on a Monday to Friday. So, or just jump onto our website.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right, give us the dates, Marty.
All right, 16th of November. We have changed the start a little bit this year. The lead trucks will go into the West Cliff Colliery that we've always started. But for safety issues, we've decided to move those that spend the $30 to get their registration on a truck. The bikes go into West Cliff Colliery, but the trucks will go up to on the M1 motorway, come in through Helensburgh, or go the Helensburgh turn off, and then come back onto Darks Forest. And we'll line up there, virtually bull-eye tops, line the other 500 trucks up there, and make our way at 8:30 on the Sunday, the 16th of November of 2014 for round 10.
Brilliant.
Of Convoy.
That's
thanks for your support.
Mate, my pleasure. It's always great to have you on the show. There you go, guys. Get involved in this in true Wollongong spirit. Show your support. I've put all the links down below to go through to the website and show some great support for such a wonderful event. Marty, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, mate.
It's always a pleasure.
It's good to catch up with you again.
My pleasure. Adrian here for Wollongong TV. See you on the next show.